Jeffrey, my name's Emily, and this is a reaction video to your reaction video. You see, I see a fairly big flaw in your logic when it comes down to Minecraft corrupting our social youth. Well, for one, I'll tell you this, I will not be rude. That just makes everything worse. Two, I will say that I'm not gonna say like indirect statements like, oh, you're stupid, you're full of it kind of thing. Again, that makes it worse, and it doesn't really state what the real problem is. Thing is, you're taking a completely innocent game that is just made for simple satisfaction, and you're twisting it to things that are completely irrelevant and are completely untrue. Because when it comes down to the animal abuse, as you had said, that's natural. What they did before we had all this other technology, I guess, we hunted. We were a hunter-gatherer society before we could produce our own food, like farming and all that. Well, that is natural, so it's just reanimating a factual scenario that we have gone through very many times before in the past. When it comes down to the sexual abuse and rape and all that, I have no idea where you gathered that information from. Because that game, you can't even do anything sexual. There's nothing explicit about it. It's block-based game. Minecraft has nothing sexual about it. So please, if anything, if you get this, message me, comment on this, telling me how exact, what's the word? Exact evidence. I knew it started with me. Evidence that it's sexual. Either I will dismiss it as non-sexual, or I will say, okay, that may have a hint of it, but that's just for the humor. You can't get anything corrupted out of that kind of thing. Because you can't. That game is so simple, and it's simple, it inspires simplicity, which makes appreciation for bigger things even greater, which makes moral concepts rise, which makes disrespect and all those other things that you said that the corrupted youth were going to do, it makes those obsolete. So really, you're not thinking ahead when it comes down to the cause and effect of all this. And I've looked at your YouTube profile, your millions of fans. Really? You're not a popular vote, honestly. One, I hadn't heard of you until today, and you only have 2 videos up, and you have Justin Bieber as your favorited. I'm not a very big fan of that, but I will not hold that against you. It's your choice. And the more I see it, the more the odds are against you. I'm not in favor of what you said, but I guess that's your beliefs. But to me, you seem like the kind of person who would stuff the beliefs down somebody else's throat. And that I find highly unhonorable. I find that highly disrespectful. I find that abusive. Not physically, of course, but it takes away a certain right as a human. Because as a human, we are entitled to opinions. We are entitled to state these facts, but you do it in a very rude manner, to be honest. And you say that you're a very big Christian, but I saw very many flaws already in your profile and all that. One, I saw a comment saying that Christians believe that it's bad, I guess, to cuss as much as you have. And I'll be honest, I cuss quite a few times. But I restrain myself because it's respectful. And you're sitting there sending that video out to millions of anybody who has access to an internet. Wonderful grammar. And then you say that you're a devout Christian. My best friend is a devout Christian. She is a Pentecostal. She is all over it. I respect her for that, because she doesn't stuff it down my throat. She has obscure beliefs. I respect that, because she doesn't try to stuff it down people's throats. You see where I'm going here? Because if you don't give other people that respect, what makes you think we're going to give you that respect? Trust me, the internet has gotten to a very dangerous place. So, all over, there are people from 4chan, Funny Junk, Forget 9gag, or Reddit, or anything like that. No. Honestly, I'm from Funny Junk, and I can tell you that already, no. No. So, restrain yourself, for one. And two, you're lying to yourself and very many others. And twisting the truth to where it's already unbelievable. You had said millions of fans. You sit there and over-gratify yourself, not saying that you're ugly, but you're not honestly a popular choice. Again, I will not be rude. I will not bring up very many things like that, but you just over-gratified yourself on your profile. It's self-centered, to say the least. And already that's a pretty big list going against you, because I know a guy at my school that is a lot like you. His views are completely twisted, his views are obscure, he disrespects people. Honestly, when it all comes down to it, it's immaturity. Honestly, you're not stupid, you're not crazy, you're not full of it, you're immature, because you do not see what's really there. That's what I find the definition of immature. You take something that's quite serious, and you turn it to where it's ridiculous. And then you go and insist that you are right, when obviously you're not. It's very rude what you have done, but that is okay, because that's your flaw. You're just immature. The thing is, you can grow out of that very easily. Just open your eyes, okay, Jeffrey? Yeah, your name's Jeffrey. Pretty sure. Yeah. And, yeah, just open your eyes, let the facts sink in, let the opinions of others matter, because they really do. You said that it's corrupting the youth. It's not. Because Minecraft is one of the simplest things. Very simple. If anything, in the video game industry, that would be anywhere near corruption would be Grand Theft Auto, if someone took that completely seriously. Because that's a thug life, apparently. Well, yeah, it is a thug life, a criminal life, everything, pretty much. But, thing is, video games are not meant to be taken seriously. That's where immaturity comes back in, because you take something. See, with immaturity, it's very backwards. You take very serious things, not so serious, and you take things that were not supposed to be serious, and you frickin' repeat it over and over, because you think that it's supposed to be like that. Well, it's not. You got it very backwards. You all did, who are immature. So trust me, you're not the only one that's being hated on for all this. There's a lot more underground stories, and I have quite a few of them, but I will not share them, because it's already gone on 10 minutes. So I will leave you with this. Grow up, okay? Don't act on an impulse as monstrous. You have a very monstrosity of a mind right now, because it's very immature, and you're acting on that, which very brash. Do not do that. No, you do not want to act on an impulse these days. You gotta think things through. Alrighty. If you have any questions, feel free to message me or anything like that. I will, I guess, maybe see you later if you decide to respond to this. Bye.